I have been trying to think of what to say because I have the wonderful opportunity of kind of running up here every Friday night with whatever God has been speaking to me or something that the officers have come up with. So I have to speak from my perspective, not from Jesus's perspective, but from what he's doing in my life, which is kind of difficult. And I just kept hearing, seek out. I should have been at this fellowship by happenstance. Literally, I was in an IV meeting, got a phone call, heard Will's prayer, and was like, oh, this is more comfortable, and stayed. I grew up in a Presbyterian church, so Pentecostal anything was totally not my style. Now they think I'm weird, and I think you're normal, so whatever. It's true. Oh, jeez. So seek out what you want from this community. I saw the seniors that were my freshman year, and also people who had stayed, who had already graduated. And I saw their relationships, and I wanted that. I saw the Oak House, and I wanted that. And so I sought it out. I have amazing roommates, and we have a house that always has someone extra in it. And we love it. We really do. Our fridge is always full because we want to feed everybody. I sought out a mentor, literally said, Renee, we're meeting. You don't know me, but nice to meet you. And met with her. You can ask her, because it was probably more crude than that. But I sought out a fellowship, and I sought out community. And as I was seeking out all of these things, Jesus sought out me. My relationship with him has completely redefined itself through my roommates who, as we stood, literally, Joanne and Shane and I, we were all freshmen together, and we literally had ourselves in Jesus. That was it. You can plan all you want for college and pack all the Band-Aids and the toilet paper and everything else that you can possibly need, but you show up and you only have yourself in Jesus, and then you meet someone who only has themselves in Jesus, and you grow together, and you form this friendship that is, you got your friendship and then your relationship with Jesus, and it grows and it changes you, and your faith changes for a really good reason. And so seek out that community, seek out those friendships. I know some of our freshmen are living with each other. Good choice. Because that's honestly who has lived with someone that they've met in DCF? Literally, it's kind of ridiculous. So with that being said, seek out what you need. And I wrote, what did I write down? Seek out prayer, even when it's difficult. I remember calling Jamie during a really hard family time, and I was like, Jamie, I need you guys to pray for me. And I would never have done that, but I sought it out. Seek out friends that will change you and will hold you accountable. Haley Rose. Seek out a community. Seek out the worship that you want. If you want to do something, talk to the worship team. They'll do it. They really will. If you want to see a change in the DCF community, seek out Will. Seek out Jack. It'll happen. But most importantly, seek out the Lord. Because he ultimately is going to be the one that provides those things for you, and he's ultimately going to be the one who changes you. I'm a very different person since my freshman year, and I've been so blessed by this community. I never expected to be here, really. You guys were so weird when I was a freshman. So weird. But now it's normal, and now it's home, and I have to go. So so seek out. Seek out. I am going, this summer I'm going to be interning with a high school youth group, and then in the fall I will be the missions and outreach intern for First Presbyterian Church Berkeley. I'm going back, I'm going back. They're going to think I'm crazy, but, and I majored in religious studies and minored in sync, so.
So, for those of you who don't know me, I love to travel, and I've always been a planner. So, whenever I go travel somewhere, I used to always plan everything, the minute detail. And then I just realized how much I was missing because I had to follow this plan. I had to see this, go to this museum or go see this, historical site. And I love history, but a lot of times it's boring. And you can only see the same beautiful painting over and over until it gets just really old. And so God's been just really showing in my life how much I've been missing because I've planned it, like, and I just focused on the plan, and I've been missing like the wonderful things that could just totally unexpectedly fall into your lap. And so, yeah, I've just really been experiencing like how God has been just stripping my plans away very painfully. So just getting a lot of like, just recently, just yeah, just kind of doors getting shut like in my face or gradually, and so yeah, just I'm kind of having to rely on God and like just follow Him and trust in Him that everything else is gonna fall into place. And yeah, I mean, you can plan your ways, but God ultimately will decide. And so I want to share a verse if I can find it. It's in Lamentations, which is an awesome book because it's like super emo, but then like but then it like has this amazing verse. So okay. Because of the Lord's great love, we are not consumed. For His compassions never fail. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. So yeah, and I just encourage you guys, if your plans are falling through, you didn't get into the same class that you needed, or you didn't get an internship or a job, you know, it's all gonna, like, it's all part of His plan, and it's not the end of the world, and great things are gonna happen. I'm an international relations major. Anyone else? No? Oh,
Trusting in the future.
Oh, trusting in the future. That's basically what I'm doing.
Amen. I have been neglecting to make an announcement. I keep just forgetting, so I feel like you guys. But some of you might not have heard through the grapevine that next year I'll be in Colorado. Yeah, doing working with the Catholic group. So I'm really excited. But the last usually am. But the last few days I've been having different conversations with people. Danielle, one of them, and Casey today, and people have been asking me, they're like, so what are you going to do over there? You know, what's your role going to be? And I was like, well, I don't really know, you know, like, because, I mean, I know sort of what I'm doing. I'm going to be leading a Bible study and helping out with staff and stuff, but, like, my answer is basically just going and serving, because I look at myself and I see all my weaknesses, and I see my strengths, but then I look at the team that's out there and I'm like, wow, they have my strengths plus like a ton more, you know, and stuff, and I'm like, I don't know how I'm gonna add anything to this team. I don't know how I'm gonna like be a benefit out there, but then I don't want to take away from the Lord's plan by having that attitude, and so I have to check myself and I say, you know, I have zero doubt that this is where the Lord is sending me. And if that's the case, then there's a purpose in it, and He is going to use me. And so I want to encourage you guys the same way, like no matter where you are, if you're a graduating senior and you're going somewhere, or heading into just a new chapter of your life, or even if you're just here at Davis and you're looking around and you're like, all right, when I graduate it's going to be awesome or something, like, no, but like while you're here, God has plans for you, and He has you here so purposefully. And just to have your confidence in Him and not in yourself, even though He's made you amazing and beautiful and talented, it's gonna fall through, like at some point. Like, you know, you're gonna find that, and if you don't know that, it's gonna shock you, and it's gonna be a problem. So you need to already have your confidence in Him, so that when that happens, you're like, all right, it's gonna happen. Like, let's go, God, you know. So yeah, that's my little tidbit of wisdom.